What is going on, guys? Next to me is the GT2RS, the most powerful extreme Porsche 911 ever created. In fact, with a Nürburgring time of 6 minutes and 47 seconds, it's the second fastest production car in the entire world around the track. And it's actually a full 10 seconds faster than Porsche's own hypercar, the 918 Spider. Now, to make this video more immersive, to really give you that true feel behind the wheel of a GT2RS, like you're actually here with me, we filmed this video in VR 180. So if you're watching the video on a mobile device, scan it from side to side and up and down to see all of the angles. If you're watching it on a computer, click and drag on the screen. Best case scenario, you have a VR headset, put that on now. So, the GT2RS, it's powered by a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged flat six that makes a ridiculous 700 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. This car is essentially based on the wide-body 911 Turbo, but with bits from the GT3RS as well as the GT3 Cup car. It's 300 pounds lighter than a 911 Turbo and makes significantly more horsepower. 700 horsepower in a Porsche 911. That means it can hit 0 to 60 miles an hour, despite the fact that it's rear-wheel drive, in just 2.6 seconds. The quarter mile in 10.3 seconds, and a top speed of 211 miles an hour. But the craziest part is, despite how fast this car is in a straight line, the GT2RS is not about straight line speed. It is about being a track-focused beast, a super fun to drive car in the canyons, on the road, but most importantly, slaying lap times. I think this massive wing in the back probably gave you a small clue of what it's capable of. But if you look really carefully, what Porsche has done with this car, little elements everywhere, all over the vehicle for weight savings. For instance, the badge on the front isn't an actual badge, it was painted on. The windows, the rear quarter panels, and the rear window are actually made from Gorilla Glass, which is much lighter than standard glass, but very, very hard, just like on your iPhone. Now, this car is equipped with the Weissach package. You can tell a Weissach package car pretty easily because it's got a body-colored stripe. It also says Porsche on the rear wing there, but most importantly, it's got these beautiful magnesium wheels that save over 25 pounds of unsprung mass over the standard wheels, which makes an enormous difference in terms of on-track performance. Now, coming around to the front of the car, it's one of the most breathtaking Porsches ever created. It might actually be my favorite looking 911. We've got these massive gaping front grills for cooling, much bigger than the GT3RS. We've got this vent here that actually allows airflow to pass over, allowing for additional cooling, but also downforce over the front axle. Now up here, we have these things called NOCA ducts. This is actually aerospace technology put onto a car. So super low drag vents that allow air to pass over the vehicle and cool the brakes without slowing it down. But enough talking about the outside of the car. Let's hop inside and take this thing for a spin. Instantly, when you hop inside the GT2RS, you are greeted with a track-focused, purpose-built interior. Nothing here is superfluous. Everything is in the name of performance and weight savings. For instance, the door handles, they're not handles, they're actually just straps. There's Alcantara everywhere. Even the paddles, because this is a Weissach package car, are made from carbon fiber. But yeah, you don't get an opportunity to drive a GT2RS all that often, so enough talking. I say we fire this thing up and take it for a spin. Oh yeah, and the valve button makes one of the biggest difference of any car I've ever experienced. Right now, the valves are closed. Check this out. Let's go. The driving experience behind the wheel of a GT2RS is absolutely incredible in every single way. Let's start off with the steering. Porsche is the king when it comes to good steering feel. The second you point the wheel into a corner, it rips around with ease. And part of that is due to the fact that this car actually has rear axle steering, just like the 991.2 GT3RS does. So at low speeds, the rear wheels turn in the opposite direction of the front wheels to increase maneuverability around town, as well as increase its agility on the track at lower speeds. And at higher speeds, the rear wheels turn in the same direction of the fronts for increased stability. And it actually makes for a really unique feel behind the driver's seat of the car. The second you turn the wheel in, you can actually feel the rear wheel steering take effect and just push the car around the corner so quickly. The level of confidence this car inspires behind the wheel, despite being rear wheel drive, is nuts. Now we move on to the suspension. The suspension has been retuned. It's firmer than on the GT3RS. Because it's a Wysock package car, we've got carbon fiber anti-roll bars front and rear. But actually, from all that I've read of how tight and stiff the suspension is, even over pretty crazy bumps out here, it does a phenomenal job of not being too jarring in the cabin, but at the same time providing crazy amounts of feedback to let you know exactly what's going on with the car on the road. Feedback, rawness, power, agility. Those are some of the words that describe this thing. Speaking of power, oh my God. 700 horsepower in a car that weighs 3,100 pounds. It's just absolutely ballistic. And you know Porsche. Porsche does magic with their numbers. It is able to turn 700 horsepower into what feels like a heck of a lot more. Now, all of that power is fed through the only gearbox available. It's 7-speed double-clutch PDK gearbox. In stark contrast to the last generation 997 GT2RS that came only in a manual. But we're chasing lap times here, and the fastest transmission around the track is going to be a double-clutch, plain and simple. It's the only way this car was able to run a 647 around the Nürburgring. Now, the suspension setup, speaking of it being stiff, it's also very, very adjustable in pretty much every single way. So if you want to set it up for roads around your house, or you want to set it up in a specific way for the Nürburgring, you can do that and more. Or if you want to just slam it to the ground for a little bit more style, you can lower the car on the stock suspension as well. Although the factory fitment of the wheels in the fenders, this car sits unbelievably low. It's actually crazy impressive. Oh man, this car is such a blast to drive. Now, it doesn't sound quite as good. Well, it doesn't sound nearly as good as the 9,000 RPM redline naturally aspirated GT3RS. But it still has this character to it. These pops and bangs and turbo noises that make the driving experience really, really engaging. It doesn't have that piercing sound, but it sounds like you're in a freaking hurricane. And you press the gas and oh, it's fast. Carbon ceramic brakes are huge, 410 millimeters in the front, slow the car down tremendously well. These seats, super comfortable, super supportive. I'm actually really impressed with these seats. I thought they were going to be a little bit less comfortable given the fact it's a GT2RS, but love the Alcantara inserts. I love the way they look and hugs me very, very well. A little bit hard to get into because the sill is kind of tall, but other than that, I'm a fan. The only real complaint I have about this car is actually the backside of the steering wheel. The back of the steering wheel, there isn't a really great place to put your fingers when they're not rested on the paddle. I imagine Porsche would say, well, just put your fingers on the paddles at all times. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know what the heck accent that was. But if you put your hands not on the paddles, if you were to be driving in automatic mode, or you want to just get a firmer grip on the steering wheel, you actually kind of feel where the Alcantara is sewn and some bolts on the back of the steering wheel and the gap between the forks on the wheels. But other than that, man, I love this thing. So with that, I mean, this is one of the best cars I've ever driven. It's unbelievably nimble and fast. It's one of the prettiest looking cars. It just has this presence on the road that is just commanding, intense, expensive, exotic, and classy all at the same time. But I'm gonna leave you with some intense point of view driving. I'm not gonna speak at all so you can fully hear that beautiful twin turbocharged flat six and experience what it's like to drive going really quick in a GT2RS.